Hey guys, welcome back. For today's video, I have my current super easy drugstore brow routine. You guys know I always do my brows off camera in my tutorials because they tend to take me a little bit longer than usual, and I just like to do it to save time, and it gets super repetitive. So I've been getting a lot of questions about my brows because they have changed, I feel like, so much within like the past year. I used to only use brow pomades at one point, and now I feel like they look way better than they did. I've been obsessed with this brow pencil, which if you guys have been watching me, you know what it is. But the main products that I tend to switch out the most with my brows is the concealer that I used to clean them up, but I just found one recently that I am in love with, and I can't wait to share it with you guys because it's seriously so good for carving out the brows. So yeah, it's super easy, but hopefully if you guys have eyebrows like me, like sparse, uneven, then hopefully this video can be helpful for some of you, and maybe you can try it out and love the products as much as I do. So if you want to see my current brow routine, then just keep watching. Okay, so starting off, I'm taking the L'Oreal Brow Stylist Definer in the shade Brunette. I love this pencil because you can see it comes with a spoolie on the end, so it's super convenient. I'm just spooling through my brows. Even though I have really sparse hairs, I still like to do this because I feel like it makes such a difference. So starting off, I like to just carve out the bottom portion of my brows, and I love how tiny this tip is. It makes it super easy to fill in every single hair, and you just have a lot of control over the product. So starting off with the bottom of the brows makes a difference because then you kind of have like an outline for the rest of your brows. So as I start with the bottom, I start working the product up towards the top of my brows, just very lightly feathering it in. I don't want my brows to be matted together and to look really fake. I want them to still be dark, but to still look like hair. You know what I mean? So that's why I like to start off very lightly and then just gradually build the product up. This brow pencil reminds me so much of the Anastasia Brow Wiz, but I actually like this one better. It's a lot more creamy, it's less drying, it's easier to work with. So I highly recommend this one if you're on a budget. I showed it in one of my dupes videos and it is amazing. It's like $8. And as you can see, I'm basically just following along with the natural shape of my brows. I do like to make them a little bit thicker than what they naturally are, but nothing crazy, not too thick, not too thin. And by the way, this is my favorite eyebrow. This one takes me like a minute or two to fill in. I feel like it always looks good. I never have issues with it. The other eyebrow now is such a pain. And I know brows are supposed to be sisters, not twins, but sometimes I feel like my brows aren't even related. Like they're not even friends sometimes. That's how uneven they do come out sometimes. But anyway, as I'm filling them in, I do like to spoolie through them just to give them a more hair-like appearance. So then of course with the other brow, I'm doing the same thing. You can see the shape of this one is very like boxy, squarish. I'm not a huge fan of this one at all. This one always comes out different than the other one, and if you look at a lot of my videos, my brows never look the same in all of my videos for the most part because they just never turn out the same, especially this one. So I just try and work with them the best that I can. And if you're wondering, by the way, I do get my brows waxed every couple of weeks, and I do pluck them every once in a while, but that's pretty much all that I do. You can see as I do my brows, it's really self-explanatory, to be honest. Like, I feel like just following along with your natural shape is the best thing you can do. And then if you ever have any trouble with your brows, I would totally recommend trying out this brow pencil because you have so much control and it's so easy to fill them in. Like, it takes me a lot less time to do them with this brow pencil than with the pomade that I used to use. Then of course, spooling through them again. I spoolie through them a lot when I do my brows, but then this is like the most important step. I'm taking the NYX Above and Beyond Coverage Concealer in the shade Beige. I'm using a Wet n Wild flat eyeshadow brush. You can find Wet n Wild brushes at like the Dollar Tree, Walgreens, anywhere like that, and I'm just using this to clean up and carve out my brows. This makes such a huge difference. It makes them look 10 times better, and especially with the brow that I don't like, this one right here, the left one, which is your right, it always comes out jagged and uneven and thick. So whenever I do this, it makes my brows look like way more even and just look better in general. So if you ever struggle, I highly recommend this concealer because it's a little bit thicker, but it's still creamy. It's really easy to work with. It's just perfect for carving out the brow. So highly recommend it. It's like $5. I got mine from Target and it's definitely my new favorite. So then of course I just take my beauty blender to blend out that concealer. I know it looks like a really harsh contrast on my face with the white concealer, but once I go in with foundation and everything, you can't even tell. That's why I always like to do my brows first. And last but not least, I'm going in and setting my brows. I'm using the L'Oreal Brow Stylist Plumper in the shade medium to dark. I love how tiny the brush is because I can just get all of my hair super easily. This is literally like Gorilla Glue for the brows. It's amazing. I used to have so much trouble with my brow hairs coming down, but ever since I started using this, I never have that issue anymore. It is the best. So that does complete my everyday drugstore brow routine. I hope you guys liked it. Let me know what you think down below. Hopefully this was helpful for some of you. I love you all. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you soon.